Associate Vice Chancellor for Administrative Affairs, and Director of Campus Security. You have been previously advised this afternoon that your actions here have been disruptive of the university's operations, and you were instructed to leave, as you'll be subject to discipline and or arrest. You're now also occupying a building that has been closed. You do not belong here after hours. You have no legitimate business here. You are instructed to leave. If you do not leave immediately, you will be subject to discipline and or arrest. You have 3 minutes to leave.
Hell no! We won't go! Hell no! We won't go! Hell no! We won't go! Hell no!
Authority, whoever that might be over there, for all of you, I think that you have heard our answer. This is a collective answer. You may proceed to do whatever it is you need to do.
So we're going to start. I'd like for all the news media, the legitimate news media here, to leave immediately.
Don't leave! Don't leave! Don't leave! Why are you not doing it? Why are you not doing it, huh? Only there is your parents will be Tuesday, May 5th, a diverse coalition of university students held a peaceful demonstration and sit-in at the Henry Dodd Administration Building. University police, along with the city of Champaign and Urbana police, did use unnecessary and excessive force when removing the peaceful, unresisting demonstrators from the building. This was just one in a series of attempts to negotiate with the university for the rights and self-determination of the Latino-Latina community. 3 university students were arrested on charges of aggravated battery, resisting arrest, and obstruction of justice. All 3 of our brothers were held in jail last night, including one student who became seriously ill after university police used a stun gun, which caused him to spit up blood and become extremely disoriented to the point which he could no longer stand on his own. We feel that the charges against our brothers symbolize the injustices inherent in our so-called justice system. We feel that it is ironic that these students should be accused of these charges after university police, armed in riot gear, used stun guns and billy clubs to threaten peaceful demonstrators and applied excessive force to pressure points which left bruises and scratch marks. The university has denied or refused to comment on the brutal treatment against all students removed from the building. If you ask any of the brothers and sisters out there who were mistreated, you will have more than enough evidence to prove that police brutality occurred yesterday.
Hey, you don't treat Operation Rescue people this way.
I don't think so!
Why don't you treat the Operation Rescue demonstrators the way you treat these? You didn't squeeze any noses or pull any ears or pick people off the ground by twisted arms, did you? No comment.
You can see or hear their stories of how they were abused and are still in pain from injuries received by the police. Who will you believe? The university administration, who were not in the room, or injured students who were humiliated and traumatized by police brutality. We want to let everyone know that this mistreatment and disrespect is not new to our community. As we have witnessed, this university has systematically repressed the basic rights and needs of people of color. This blatant lack of respect is visible in the predictable actions of the administration against the Latino-Latina community. These injustices have happened in the past and will continue until we unite and demand changes now. This is the second time in the past week that university has violently repressed the voices of concerned Latino-Latina students, as well as all students who stand up for justice and their rights.
My personal story is when they grabbed me, they put their hands on my throat, on my jugular vein so that I could not breathe, and behind my ears so that I was blacked out. I have bruises here and here. My arms were twisted, and on the way out I was kicked as I was dragged out. I came out and I was just dropped. I was dropped on my head while they were pulling me. And it was just unfair. When they got done, they wanted me to take 2 mug shots, and that's about it for me. But I still feel battered, bruised, and violated today, and I'm very pissed.
Go easy. Don't make it rough for this one, really. And I have bruises all over my arms here and here from them carrying me out with my arm twisted behind my back. I got out there and they had
blocked my jugular veins here and stopped me from breathing. I was kind of short of breath, so dizzy, like I was going to pass out. The cops then proceeded to tell me, "Oh, are you all right? Do you need anything?" I didn't hear any of it. "Would you like a glass of water?" I'm like, "No, hell no, I don't want a glass of water. I don't feel I should get this because I'm a white woman protesting for the cause of my friends." And this is not an isolated incident because it occurred to a few other white women. I haven't talked with all the white women that participated, but it was a surprise. No, actually it wasn't a surprise because I know that racism is very prevalent here on this campus, but in a peaceful demonstration you don't expect to be treated that way, and you don't expect to see policemen in riot gear.
As we turned, before I took my picture, when no one could see, that's what really got worse. Well, they took the Billy Club or whatever you saw that little thing, and he had me he had it up here on my neck, and then I tell him, all right, I'm not resistant. So then I would then when he saw, then I would, again, resist some more. And it got to a point where they even, one of the officers was just going crazy, and his other fellow officers had to tell him to calm down. His name was John. So this officer was just using excessive force, and his fellow officers had to tell him, John, take it easy, John, take it easy.
The Latino-Latina community will not tolerate these violent tactics by police and university administration. We are not going to sit back and watch the administration lie to our community, lie to the media, and lie to the students. It is time for the truth to be known and for real justice to prevail. We, the student and community members who participated last night, claim this as a victory because we know that the community and everyone who believes in justice will win.